I think it is finally game time. What do you think, Corey?
Game time.
Moose, what do you
song.
think?
He's so confused.
It's gonna be midnight by the time we finish this. Let's go. Game time.
You know, hey, Captain, tell your boy to hop up to the mic and actually fucking use his voice.
Chop, motherfuckers.
Okay, fine. It's game time. Hey, Phillips. You know what? You've been here. What are you playing? Are you playing anything?
You know what? I actually did find time to play a game this week.
Oh shit, guys! He played a game.
But hey, look, I have to prioritize.
Who was that game show?
I know.
Who was that game show presenter using Moose's voice?
And it was a new game. Well,
a new game.
Guys, it was a new game.
A game new to me, so one that I have not spoken about on the show before, and it was Jurassic Park, the new Jurassic Park, the strategy game.
Ooh,
It combines
the Park Builder one?
Yes, it combines two of my favorite things. Look, I grew up on strategy games. I've been playing.
Does it have a guy going, grab yourself a velociraptor, catch a ride?
No, I mean, Moose is going to be seriously disappointed.
This is where the dinos live. Get you one.
Did you get the lawyer eaten off the toilet?
No, it is not a direct recreation of the movie.
Fail. Worst game ever.
10, dude.
But it does have
broke as hell.
It does have Dr. Ian Malcolm in it, and
Does
so
he
yeah,
stutter a lot like he does in the movies.
well, he's just a voice at the beginning. Actually, now that you mention it, or I mention it, I haven't seen him since the beginning. So maybe it was just a cock tease.
Yeah, definitely was.
You could probably only afford him for the credits.
They ain't paying them Goldblum bucks. Let me tell you.
But he has a new show. He has a new show on Disney Plus.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Jeff
But,
Goldblum
but
does.
I'm pretty sure the developers of this game don't have Disney bucks.
Well, they don't
Yeah.
have Disney bucks, but they had opening credits Goldblum bucks. Let me tell you, and it was pretty cool to see him in that context. Anyways, the game's pretty cool.
A good Goldblum cameo in a show. Watch his few episode run in the league, where he plays Nick Fury's dad.
That's awesome. I love that show so much.
It's real good.
But yeah, his Disney show is like a world exploration show or something. Like he just goes around the world and does stuff. Being Jeff Goldblum.
Is he doing that Mo Rocca thing, except with world exploration instead of Innovation Nation?
Sure, I don't know what that means, but sure.
I really liked him in Thor. Which Thor was he in? Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him in that a lot.
I enjoyed that flick.
Flick. Ooh.
Yeah.
I like how you say flick like you're trying to force yourself into a
He is.
younger conversation.
He is.
It's 2019, Matt. You can't force your way into anything.
When you're speaking with people that are many years your senior.
Corey is now a living version of that Steve Buscemi meme where he's got the skateboard over his shoulders. Like, hello, fellow children.
Hello, fellow kids. Rock lightning bolt band. Or no, music lightning bolt band.
Anyways, I've been playing that. It's pretty fun. The reviews were mixed, to say the least, and I see that. But it combined two things. I love Jurassic Park, and I love strategy games. So for me, it's scratching that itch. It was on a Steam sale this week, so I decided to pick it up. And they've put out a lot of content for it, a lot of patches. I'm enjoying it, though. It's a good park builder. At the very least, it's a good park builder strategy game, even if you don't care for Jurassic Park.
I love park building games. I actually thought about getting this at some point, but I don't know why I didn't. It just kind of like...
Well, I was the same way. I didn't pick it up. I waited for them to add some more stuff, and I really like it. They just put out some DLC for it, and you have 5 islands to open up and work on. They call them the 5 deaths. So I'm still on the first island, but if you find it on a sale and you like strategy games, I would say it appeals more to strategy game fans than Jurassic Park fans, because
I actually think it's on Game Pass on Xbox.
Game Pass, yeah. I mean, I think it's worth trying if you like strategy games. I know it's on the consoles as well. So
yeah, I don't know if it's worth playing on a controller or not, but I mean, I guess I could try it out.
That I couldn't say. but I mean, it's not like a real-time strategy game where you have to micromanage armies and such.
Right.
So within that context, I think it could translate to a controller much easier. Although it is real-time, like there's no fast forward on it, and so it is a real-time strategy game, but it's more resource management as opposed to a combat kind of RTS. But yeah, I like it. I'm glad I picked it up.
Anything else you playing?
No, I haven't had a lot of time. Well, it's a bit of a lie. I did play some more World of Warcraft because there's a really big patch coming out. So
sure.
I played some more WoW and just messed around with some of the new content. And I really like what they've done with it because the newest expansion had a lot of promise. It was a bit of a letdown in action, even though the dungeons are amazing. So
what she said.
Can you mute him again? Mute him again.
Okay.
And yeah,
Done.
we're just gonna leave him muted for the rest of the show.
He can unmute himself. Unfortunately, I don't have that power.
Who gave him that authority?
Google Hangouts did. Unfortunately. Yeah.
And
invite only.
Yeah, no, I'm really
watching a streaming only gaming service later on.
I know. So yeah, that's still fun. And if you're a lapsed player who's listening, it's worth jumping back into now before patch 8.2 comes out.
So I do want to say, you talking about strategy games, this really sort of popped into my head because I know Corey likes park builders. Phillips,
yes.
Did you pick up 2 Point Hospital?
I have it. I have not played it yet.
Okay.
Now, because I loved the Theme Hospital games.
Right. Do you think that's now, Corey? I don't know your strategy background. I know you played a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah, I played a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon and Age of Empires, and there's a Star Wars version of Age of Empires that came out around episode 1.
Okay,
I think it was called Galactic Battleground.
Galactic Empire.
Phillips, based on what Corey has just said, do you think 2 Point Hospital is something for Corey?
Yeah, I mean, it's the problem is Corey doesn't have much of a sense of humor, and
I do. I have a great sense of humor.
Very funny.
Well, okay, now that's unfair. I'm going to stand up for Corey here. I feel like his sense of humor.
Hospital. I have played a little bit of it.
I laughed at Matt's fart button. Okay.
Okay. 2 Point Hot. Do you like British humor? Then you will like 2 Point. You will like 2 Point Hospital.
I like Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Do you like puns?
Yeah.
Are you a fan of puns?
I enjoy a good pun.
Like when someone tells you they're lightheaded and their head is a light bulb, does that make you giggle?
It's funny.
Yeah, there he goes. Now pretend a turtle's saying it. 2 Point Hospital. 2 Point.
I think I'd like to see Corey play 2 Point Hospital. That's
yeah, you know what? 2 Point Hospital it's got awesome reviews too. Is it on consoles?
I do not know.
Corey has a PC that can run it.
Corey has a really good PC, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but every time I need to do something, somebody tells me that I need to buy more stuff for it. And I'm like, I already spent too much on this thing. What else do you want me to do?
You're not talking to the right people.
You don't need to buy
back to Canada.
You could put the video card that you got, that free one.
Yeah.
If you put that in, you're going to be able to play whatever you want.
All right.
I'm going to tell.
We need to have a sit down this week and. Why
don't we Skype it? And I will show you how to install a video card. We'll make some content out of it.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Content creation.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like how that just happened, all because I wanted to get Corey to play 2 Point.
Actually, we talked about it like 2 weeks ago, and we just never did it.
I'm about myself right now. I don't care what you just said. Not even listening. Not gonna lie, I'm a lightweight, kind of drunk right now. Moose, what are you playing?
So I've been cleaning up some trophies in the DLC for Borderlands, and that's all I'm going to say about that because I got the platinum last week.
You and I got a trophy in the division this week. It was good.
Well, hey, I was getting there.
I know. I'm just
all right. So here's what happens.
I'm stubborn and bullheaded at the same time,
and I love you for it. So Matt and I jumped into Division 2 yesterday.
Yes,
I believe. So he was like, "Hey, is anybody going to be on with Division 2?" And I was like, "Well, I got to mow the lawn, but I'll be on after that." Popped on. We were able to play together.
Mow the lawn, total euphemism.
No, actually, I did have to mow the lawn. But anyways,
I know.
It's the South, man. It fucking grows like you wouldn't believe.
Oh God.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know this.
That's what she said.
I'm gonna give you a shovel and you can dig up. Okay. Okay.
Anyways,
so are you trying to sabotage your show because you don't want the viewership to go up or something?
No, that's my job.
Anyways, so we played a while. We did some side missions. We did a stronghold. I got level 30, and then Matt and I worked to get. So there's a trophy. So there are armored enemies in the game, and there's
Tanks.
a trophy. Huh?
They're tanks.
Okay, so they're called tanks, but they're armored guys. They're yellow. They're yellow labeled names, and you have to take their armor off.
Yeah.
And so there's a trophy where you have to take all their armor off and then kill them, instead of just weakening like their chest plates and then killing them through that. So this is where I love Matt and hate Matt at the same time. So I had some frustration with this because we were working on one guy and we had him down to like fucking nothing. And I'm lying there, goddamn bleeding out on the floor.
Well, okay. First off, you got in the way of his hammer. Number one.
No,
that's your fault.
No, that's not my fault. That's the terrain's fault, which might be my fault. But anyway, so all Matt had to do was fucking put the guy down and then come and revive me before I went into the.
I wanted to make sure all of his armor was gone.
It was gone. He had no fucking armor on. I'm like, just fucking kill him. Just fucking kill him and come res me.
So how did I kill him, Moose? How did I kill him?
So he killed him.
How did
melee wise? He killed him with melee.
Punched him in the fucking face and he died.
Wore him down, killed him with melee, and he got the trophy. Now, this is where we figured out that the trophy is only awarded to the person that gets the kill, which, is justifiable. So we were running around, found another dude, and whittled him down, and then I killed him, and I got the trophy.
Found a chainsaw-wielding asshole.
Yeah. The chainsaw's a lot more fun than the sledgehammer, so
yeah, that's
true. A blast with that. Anyways, got some trophies, hit level 30. I'm ready to get back into the Division 2. I'm ready to start my run at the trophy for the platinum trophy, just because I gotta make Jason's got to go 0-6. Fuck Jason. Jason's got to go.
He's already like 0-5.
He's 0-5, but you don't understand. Not starting now. So when his baby is born, his wife will be off work for 3 months, and then at the end of that 3 months, he is off. So it's not immediate. So Jeff and I have got to keep the pedal to the metal on this, and so we are.
No, I get it. You guys are just trying to just win this race.
Right,
because he's going to make a comeback.
we can't beat him trophy wise because I will give him.
Well, yeah,
credit.
it took him a solid 2 months to break his own fucking New Year's resolution where he's going to buy a game for.
Right now, I love Jason, and I will only say it here on Nerds Gone Rogue. I'll never say it on Nerds Gone Platinum, but that motherfucker is a brilliant trophy hunter. Like, he hunts trophies and gets trophies every week, like you wouldn't believe. And I'm just like, I had to cheat last week to beat him. I didn't really cheat. I just double tapped a platinum. So.
You played My Name is Mayo, didn't you?
No, I already did that one.
We've already got double platinum.
I did. What was it? What is it?
5-star
Metagirl, I think it is. You only have to play it for like 30 minutes and you get the platinum in both the Vita and the PS4 version. So that's what I did. And that's how I beat them. If I wouldn't have done that, I would have lost. But anyways, so
is he like the NGP version of our buddy Gideon?
Yes, he is.
Because I remember Gideon.
Gideon's not even that bad.
like you're pretty bad when you're up late at night playing Tina's Toy Factory for trophies.
Right?
No,
No.
Let me tell you, Gideon is not that bad. Gideon is not this.
Well, Jason's not that bad either. He's just efficient with his time and his Vita. Like that's what he's efficient with. He gets a lot of his trophies from his Vita. And
because
so,
the year we did our trophy thing, like I know Phillips was scared when he saw me get 15 platinums in October.
Well, he should be scared.
Like because all of a sudden, like because he even said it in our little Facebook chat that we have. He's like, wait, where did Keel come from?
Well, because when we started that, I just went nuts right at the beginning of the year. Like I went insane, and I did the tortoise and the hare. Like I just figured I was so far ahead that I could just stop looking behind me.
Yeah. No. See, so that was the thing with like. So, anyways, we're just trying to keep. We can't beat him on the trophies, so we're trying to beat him on the co-op challenge. And just keep him.
This is where you guys fucked yourself. You guys didn't make the co-op challenge a thing.
No, we did. It is a thing. Division has been the game, and Borderlands was part of the co-op challenge because.
But so what happens at the end of the co-op challenge?
It's not that like nobody win. Like we just win bragging rights.
That's where you fucked up.
No, because no. So here's the other thing.
Look, bragging rights last as long as they last until you get bored.
Could you just shut your pie hole so I can say something?
I don't know how.
I like next year. I am not doing a fucking challenge of any kind. I'm just gonna play fucking video games and enjoy video games.
Hey Corey.
Yeah. I challenge you that's not true.
Roll 212. How many times have we heard this?
I don't know.
I'm not going to buy any games
Exactly. We've heard this before. I know.
To be fair, I say that to myself where I'm just going to play video games instead of working on the website stuff, and I'm sitting here listening to you guys, making sure everything's in the right place on the website. So.
Meanwhile, we've got plenty of questions in the chat going, "What's with the pink and blue?"
I don't know what's wrong with the pink and blue.
Do people not like the pink and blue?
No, that doesn't matter. We have
I don't care
that you are happy with because you told me earlier today.
Are you happy with it? Because we had a discussion about it.
We did, and pink is my favorite color. So
First of all right, number one, I like the fact that you're wearing an ill shirt.
Thanks.
That looks like the Phillies, the ILL from the Phillies.
It's the ILL from the Phillies. But
it has nothing to do with the Phillies because he doesn't like fucking anything Philadelphia because he's a dick.
I like the Flyers. I like the Flyers before I moved.
Anyways, so there's that, which is beautiful. And also I opened up the Vincent Van Gogh, and it is great. Listen, I've got 2 hours to midnight where I can't consume anything else until my physical tomorrow. Fuck your couch. I'm getting lit.
Lit AF.
A little inside baseball.
I put that in my one of my Instagram story, I think, or Facebook story.
Lit AF.
I said, what I say? Where's my story at?
The best was the post in Nerds Gone Rogue. Feeling cute. My podcast later.
Yeah, I did put that. No, I said join us live tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time ish. It's going to be, as Moose would say, lit AF.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, good.
You're welcome.
You playing anything else, Moose?
Okay, so I did talk about Division 2. I really wanted to get to these two things.
Okay.
Because they're not on a PlayStation platform. Cuphead and Katana Zero launched last week. Katana Zero is so much fun.
Save Cuphead, but talk about Katana Zero because I haven't played that.
Katana Zero is fucking fabulous.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Like so, how fabulous we talking?
So like
we talking RuPaul's Drag Race fabulous?
We're talking
100 Christmas rubbing against my balls fabulous.
We're talking 96% positive on Steam out of 1,200 reviews.
A little bit of column A and a little bit of column B.
I'll take it.
I agree with a lot of the reviews that are saying it's a lot like Hotline Miami meets a side scroller. So basically the game starts out, you have like your Y attack, which is your main sword slash, And then it just builds upon that. So like R1 is a roll, so you can roll through like lasers in the level and stuff like that. And then L, not the triggers, but the fucking retarded bumper buttons on the Joy-Cons.
ZL and ZR.
Whatever they are. So
ZL
the
and
right one is your roll, and then the L1 is your you freeze time. So like if you're working through an air duct and you have to freeze the fan so that it doesn't like kill you as you walk through it, you hit L1, and then there's other moves. And
so it's a literal time freeze. It's not like it's not like Hong Kong Massacre where it's a slowdown.
No, it's a literal time freeze. And then you can pick things up with A and then carry that and then use A to throw it. So like you might be coming up some stairs to a level where there's a guy that has a gun to your right, and then to your left is another dude. Well, if you go after the guy to the left, obviously the guy with the gun's going to shoot you. So you can come up the stairs, throw your object at the guy with the gun, because you have to worry about the guy to the left. He's going to come at you with his sword, so you got to like attack him with your sword, and then make sure the dude to the right was killed. But I have not worked on the timing of the deflecting bullets with your main attack, which is Y. I don't think it's like super specific. As long as you're hitting the bullet as it's in your swipe, like you knock it back towards the enemy. But I think that's pretty cool. But it is a lot of fun. Like basically your guy, like, and I love how they handle the soundtrack. Like the soundtrack is basically the protagonist of the game putting on his iPod like music and then just going into the level. So I thought that was pretty cool, and it's kind of like a synth wave soundtrack. It's very enjoyable. The graphics are really good. It handles really well. Listen, anyone out there thinks that the fucking Switch is a powerhouse is a goddamn idiot. But for what it is,
Whoa.
Yes, no, yes, you're an idiot if you think the Switch is a powerhouse. But the game handles really well on Switch, controls really well. I don't see any stutter, don't see any lag. It's great. And then I played Cuphead for a while.
Talk about it later.
All right, I'm done.
Spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
Okay, I'll go next. I first off, number one, I was so happy I got to play Division 2 with Moose. Miss playing games with that guy. It doesn't get to happen often. We got some trophies.
I was really happy about that too.
Dude, it was like it was so good to get up.
It was like Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
As Roland would say. It's like
and then but also I want to talk about some other things that happened in the Division. I beat the Roosevelt Island on hard. That was the last hard mission. I got the Hard as Nails trophy. So
congratulations, sir.
Ladies, I am hard as nails. I have a trophy to prove it. So story about that. I just want to talk about how that ended up playing out. There's a rando that I became friends with. His name is Zuzu. I don't know anything else about him other than his name is Zuzu.
Did you add him to your friends list?
He is on my friends list. He jumped in mid Roosevelt Stronghold. We got to the end. He's like, "What did I jump into?" I go, "You jumped into some bullshit because this mission is really hard on hard mode." We had another guy in our party that was just not participating. Like he would let us go and try and kill everything and then just collect loot as we killed everything. And it was working well for him up until that last segment where he can't really do that. And I'm just like, okay, we need to kick this guy because he's not doing anything. He's not healing us. He's not helping. He's not shooting. He's just waiting for us to kill and collect the loot. But myself, Zuzu, and this other PSN ID gentleman named his name was Bednar. He had some numbers after it, but I don't remember them. Sorry, Bednar. We kind of had a good thing going. Bednar had to bounce because he had to help a family member deal with some stuff. Support that, deal with family, more important than video games. He left. then a guy jumped in. We were able to matchmake with another one at the very last segment at the Roosevelt Stronghold on hard. See, I made it a point to sort of remember his name. I'm going to see if I can find it real quick, but I'm pretty sure it's Nick. I think it's Nick Shafted. And I think that's his name. He showed up after we kicked out the guy who wasn't doing anything and Bednar bounced. There was a guy named Stingray that jumped in, and then Nick Shafted. The reason I'm focusing on Nick Shafted is in this final segment, myself, Zuzu, Stingray all went down. There was a point where all three of us were down, and it was just Nick by himself operating, in complete chaos. He was able to stay alive long enough to revive us. He revived all three of us. He was the one that did every single one of us. And we got up, and then we finished the mission. And that made him the MVP of that entire mission, despite just being there for a short time. And that helped me finish that. And I don't have to do any of that bullshit on hard anymore, unless I have to help anyone of y'all, of course. It was a very happy moment. So finished that, beat some more hunters, got some more masks. The Division 2 is, earlier when I think shortly after the Division, I don't remember if it was after Phillips had played like the demo or shortly after the game had came out and he had been playing it on PC for a while. He said it probably won't leave his top 5. I'm like, dude, come on. It's the fucking Division. There's going to be better games that come out. And here I am. Sekiro has been out for what, 3 weeks now?
Yeah.
And I've not fucking touched it.
Hot damn.
Because DC needs me.
It does need you. It needs a hero.
I need a hero.
And I have gone from wanting to throw severe shade at Captain Canada's claim to start thinking, I'm not sure this isn't my favorite game of the year so far.
Hot damn.
Now, that is someone who has not played Sekiro, who is very much a From Software acolyte. And then I'm also open to the possibility of other games coming out and being better. But the Division 2 is really, really goddamn fun.
It is.
But also, I want to talk. I want to have a conversation about Cuphead. I know Corey talked to you. Didn't. Well, I'm not Corey. I know you didn't throw shade at Cuphead, but you played it and you were like, yeah, it's fine.
I mean, I think to me, Cuphead is more of like a visual masterpiece than it is actually like for me at least, I recognize that it's like a good one of those games, right?
Okay.
But it's just one of those games that's not for me. I love watching it because growing up on Disney Silly Symphonies and those kinds of things, like
sure.
Yeah, I love Cuphead aesthetically. Like I want to watch it, and like I'm thinking of actually giving it another shot on Switch because like I was just when I was playing on Xbox, I was like too worried about like. I mean, when I was playing it, my wife was pregnant and we were doing a bunch of stuff and getting a bunch of stuff ready to go for when I was, taking some time off when the baby was born, stuff like that. So like, I don't know if I was in the right mindset for it, but I think visually Cuphead is like one of the most interesting looking games I've ever seen. I love the idea of that game. I love the way it looks. I love the fact that every animation was hand drawn before they put it into the computer. Like animation fascinates me. Like old school hand drawn animation. Like it's incredible the types of things that
right there with you.
Like I mean, I can't really speak to like Warner Brothers and Looney Tunes or whatever, but the things that like the Disney company was doing for Snow White and Pinocchio and Sleeping Beauty and those movies, like just the depth of field types of cells that they were using and the camera technology that they invented to incorporate depth of field and stuff. And like you see all of that in Cuphead, and it's like, man, this is really like something truly special. To the point where like I wish there was a Cuphead cartoon, like 5 to 10 minute shorts, like the old Silly Symphonies and Mickey Mouse treasures and stuff like that. Like I want that so bad. So I really love watching Cuphead. I want to give it another shot because I think it deserves it. That studio deserves support. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't like extremely difficult like games like that. But I do want to give it another shot, and I think I'm going to.
I'm going to say this. Having played, I only played Cuphead this morning on my way to work. I got to work. Well, I try and get to work early. I'm one of those people who gets there like hour and a half early, just so I can get my head right before starting my shift. I like that moment where I can just sort of separate myself from everything else and then just sort of be at peace before I get to work. I chose to spend that time with Cuphead. I beat 4 bosses, did a couple of run and gun levels, and I can honestly tell you, old game of the year at the end of the year for 2019, it's going to take something very, very special to beat Cuphead.
So basically, you're saying your game you should have played last year.
The game that like I should have bought an Xbox for when it came out.
Yes.
This is a game I like looking at like previews and everything that I was like, wow, that's awesome. I didn't know that this was a game I needed until today.
Well, I agree with you.
Okay.
It is my game. It is my game of the year for 2019.
Old game of the year, we'll call it.
Well, it's basically our game we should have played last year, but we played it this year. You know,
sure.
Like that. That's basically what it is. Last year for me, it was Gravity Rush 2. So this year, it's Cuphead.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying what I played of it. It's an excellent game. I understand some people can't get into it, and that's understandable, but
It's a game you should at least check out. Like it's like it's one of those games like my example, right, is Dead Cells, where like I don't like roguelike games. I don't like those types of games, but Dead Cells did a lot of things right and actually hooked me for a long time. And like I think Cuphead is another one of those types of games where like, yeah, even if you don't like super difficult platformers or shooters or whatever, right? Like the side-scrolling shooter genre, you should give it a shot because there's so much love and attention to detail, and there's something special about Cuphead that like you should definitely try it out, even if you don't like those types of games, because I think it's going to hook people that those types of games normally wouldn't.
Yeah. Like, I mean, even before today, I sort of knew that this was a game that, like, at some point I would need to play because I love the soundtrack. I wish I would have punted for I Am 8-Bits for LP soundtrack. I did not, and I regret that. But I've listened to it on Spotify tons of times. I've watched numerous documentaries on how the studio came up with the idea, and what even more fascinating is how that's basically a family working together, and like knowing my own family dynamic, like we can't even get on the same page on a lot of things outside of, you know, outside of just being a family. To see them, you know, make a game together it's not only impressive, it's just special, and it's actually just a heartwarming thing to watch. You know, this tight knit group of people who've known each other all their lives come together in ways that they didn't even know they could, and make a game that has essentially never been done before. Like, I'm not going to say that, you know, Mega Man or whatever wasn't hand drawn, but Mega Man never looked like Cuphead or Mugman or Miss Chalice. Like, this game is beautiful in so many ways. Like, and it's weird for me to say, like, I actually think that once I'm done with this game, it might be the second year in a row that I have to change my top 10 because of a game. And, you know, Breath of the Wild did it the year it came out, and then Cuphead might do it now. It's been a long time since I've said this game is so fucking me. And I'm in love with this game. If it were on PlayStation, I would play it on Switch and buy it on PlayStation to try and get the platinum. I mean, once I do get a PC, I will buy it there. Like, I will support this developer in anything they do here on out. I don't care if the next thing they do is something completely anti. This game is special, and if you have not played it, you should. If you have a Switch, it is an essential purchase. If you want to wait for it to drop in price, I totally respect that. I get it, but keep Cuphead on your radar.
Yeah, it's definitely something you should look at. So.
Now, with my hyperbole aside, Moose, what have you done in Cuphead? And look, we can talk about gameplay or whatever.
To be honest, I haven't made it past the first level.
What was the first thing you did?
The tutorial.
Oh, really?
So, God, Katana Zero has really
Katana Zero just sort of, you're like, okay, there's Cuphead here. I'll look at that. Katana Zero is just like pulling you, right?
Here's my thing. Like, I've got these two games. I've got an hour at lunch to play them, and it's like, I mistakenly, I'm not saying mistakenly, I have enjoyed my time with Katana Zero, and so I gave a little bit more time to that, and so, in all honesty, I can't speak a lot to Cuphead. I will say it runs really well on the Switch.
It does.
Like I don't see any slowdown. I don't see any frame rate drops. Runs great. Looks great. I love the art style of it. I'm loving the mechanics of it. And I can't wait to next week have more of an opinion upon it.
Did you change the button mapping? Did you map your buttons?
No, which I will tell you, Corey, I was looking at that and I'm like, I might change that.
Yeah.
Like what the buttons do. Because I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, don't get me wrong. It's a great game, but like, how did you come up with that button layout? Because it is not it's like, how did you come up with that? Like, who in your QA department thought that was a good idea? I'm just saying, because like,
well, they're weird because so like usually the X button is your like whatever the bottom button of the face buttons is your confirm. Their button is the right button of the face buttons.
Yeah.
So you're just like, oh, this is just messing me up because I come from the PlayStation world where X is confirmed, and now I gotta hit quote unquote circle, which is Y or YX. Is that B or A? No, that's A. Because B is the
Yeah, because the Switch controller is just backwards everywhere.
I'm just like,
It's so backwards. Can we just put A where it goes, please?
Oh.
Ugh. You know why the Switch controller is like this? It's because in Japanese culture, the X and the circle button are reversed on the PlayStation controller, and Nintendo has done the same thing.
Well, I do remember that.
Do you not remember that the A and the B button are BA on the NES controller? They've kept it the same ever since.
Yeah, but those are right next to each other where this is in a diamond shape.
But on Super Nintendo, they took the B and the A and moved the B up here. And
well, I didn't own a Super Nintendo, so till later.
Fault is that?
My mom's, when I asked for one, she got me a Sega Genesis instead.
I've got a little horror story into the inside of Moose's world.
Oh, okay. Everybody be quiet.
Shh. It's now story time with Moose.
Story time.
So,
Story time with Moose.
it's when
Horror story time, bro.
it's not a horror story. It's just story time. When I first moved to the South. Okay.
Moose gets up on his microphone. He sounds like a human being.
I first moved to the South, and like I moved down in '98, and so Metal Gear Solid came out shortly after that, and we're talking about X and circle, how, and on Metal Gear Solid, when you beat the game, you had to hit circle to like confirm, hey, whatever, beat the game. I was always hitting X. And so I had to beat Liquid Snake, because I was a dumbass kid, so like I had to beat him like 10 times before I realized I need to hit circle instead of X. See, Matt Phillips?
The thing is, though, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy VII was the same way, though, with the way that X and circle worked.
Right,
because I played 9 and 10, and then I went back and played 7,
so
and all the buttons were backwards.
It was at a point in time in the PlayStation's life where they were still with Japan, and now currently we have broken free of that, and it's like, no, X is the confirm. Like, fuck you, Japan. Sorry, X is confirmed.
And say that we won't get PlayStation 5.
Hashtag
America. Hashtag I'm not a part of this. Give me PlayStation 5.
That distance from your mic that you are right now, you sound amazing right now.
I know.
Okay, well, I can hold it up here all the time, man. I don't care.
That'd be great.
That's what she said.
I'll be honest with you. You say the right thing. You say the right thing. I'm drunk enough. I might get involved. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta finish this crowler, which is not good.
Welcome to Nerds Gone Rogue After Hours. We have a Moose and a Matt, and they are eyeing each other down.
And the only ironic thing here is that we have ours. Who knew?
I was told by Captain Canada I was gonna get tanned and yacked by summertime.
Jacked and tan. Yacked is nothing. I'm gonna take you to the gym and get jacked and tan, not tan and yacked.
I said that to piss him off.
Well, the J in German, and Dutch,
It's silent.
and Portuguese is a yeah. So
You really need to make the J sound too.
Why do you want to yak a moose? I'm just saying.
What if a yak and a moose got in a fight?
No, he's part of that fucking cult sending fucking wolves into Michigan trying to kill the moose population.
No, I believe
All right, what? I'm so confused on where this show is going
regulate
right now.
the moose population. Do you understand? Not kill them all.
God damn, that's cold. That's my family. Why you gotta do that?
There's too many of them. We must cull them.
This is.
So, can I ask you a question, Phillips? When you send your wolves into Michigan,
Yes.
Do you walk out to your wolf pack and go, regulators mount up?
We do not.
I like that. That's a good answer.
You're welcome.
We set the cage. They get into the cage and then they fly up in the air like Metal Gear Solid 5.
Wait, how, wolves fly?
In the cage, they do.
So you Fulton the cages.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we
And,
find a place where there's too many of this asshole right here.
And then you
And
say
we need to call the
regulators mount
population.
up?
In your version, yes, we could say that if you like.
I love how you call me an asshole.
You are. But I love you for it though.
That hurts.
That hurts.
Why you gotta hurt Moose's asshole, Phillips?
Oh, I didn't say that, but sure.
We're here now.
This show is like so far off the fucking rails.
I know. What is happening right now?
We had rails?
Is anybody playing anything else? Can we get back?
Well, if Moose is done,
I'm done.
okay.
All right, time for questions.
I've lapped a ton of
That's all right. I
on
didn't play
Cuphead.
anything. It's fine.
Corey, you didn't play
Typically.
anything?
No, he said it's time for questions.
Yes.
No, that's what
Corey,
he said.
hey.
You're listening to the wrong man.
Hey.
Okay, number one.
Hey,
What have you
What?
been playing?
what have you been playing, Corey?
Well, honestly, not much. I've been playing a little bit of Borderlands.
You son of a bitch! Like you make this big deal about like we skip
know.
you over. When we get to you, what are you playing?
I want to be
Nah,
able to
not that much.
say
Go to questions.
I haven't been playing
our
much.
world, Phillips.
You know, Phillips. I just like to be acknowledged once in a while. Okay, it doesn't matter if I've been playing anything. Maybe I want to be the one that says, you know what, I haven't been playing much. You know, it's just nice to be appreciated once in a while.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it. Corey.
I played a little bit of Borderlands this week. I honestly, it's been a week getting this website done, but I play a little bit of
Yeah, you've been putting
Borderlands.
work on the website. You have
You-
good work. I'm saying.
Can we just point out?
You need to slow it. You need to slow the roll up a little bit now.
You know, you keep telling me that, but it's not going to work itself. You know,
Shit.
No, I'm just talking about what changed.
Oh, you're talking to him, not me. Okay,
No, Moose, you're good. You're fine. Your role is at
that's
a
what my wife
speed.
tells me. But I think me.
Corey's, however, he keeps on putting himself. He keeps
hey
on
man,
saying,
do the thumbnails not look great?
That's not what I said, Corey.
Do the thumbnails not look great?
Are you not entertained?
I am entertained, actually. I am.
can tell you are.
I am.
Do the thumbnails
Corey?
look good?
Corey,
I'm asking you a question.
I'm gonna take the sunglasses off. I'm gonna
About
put
time.
the
It's almost midnight, so you shouldn't
Hey,
have sunglasses on anyway.
What I am gonna say is this: number one,
I'm not going to wake up from my alarm.
you've been doing fantastic work on the website. Number two, doing too much, man.
I can't hear you over this laughter.
This is why I have the screen only focused on me, so we're not hearing Phillips's.
We are hearing Phillips. Just because the screen's on you doesn't mean you muted everybody.
You gotta focus. Corey.
Moose is like doing like it's like Milton over there. I am
Moose looks like he's giving himself a blowjob. I don't know.
Let's get to the blowjob.
I was trying so hard. Corey, the pink and blue. I love it. I don't care what anyone else says. I love it. But you need to stop putting work between you and fun. And I'm not going to settle for that bullshit you did last week where you're like, this is fun. No.
It is fun.
Oh, God damn it.
I'm just saying it looks fantastic.
It does. The thumbnails are great, as you said, but maybe dial it back a little bit.
I said I will when I'm done.
In
I told you that in
You
the
don't
chat.
understand. He'll never be done.
Exactly,
You understand?
Phillips.
He will never
Exactly.
be done.
Exactly.
He is Jerry's girlfriend from Seinfeld, where when he tells a joke, she just looks at him and says, "That's funny."
Which is why
That's Corey.
he needs
Yeah.
to not work on it. He needs
Mhm.
somebody else.
But he does. He can't do that. He only has. No, he can't do that.
No.
I just
It's like,
look.
it's
I
like-
just
it's It's like trying to get Francois Truffaut or Jacques Godard or
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
no. God damn it!
No, I'm just saying. Look,
Or like
look how many people entered our
Jacques Cousteau.
contest today, and if half of them looked to the website like, "Oh man, that's pretty good. It's all right. I'll be all right." You know what I mean?
Well, you are all right because it's a fucking awesome website.
we do what we do. I like what we do. Moose likes what we do. I'm pretty sure Phillips does because he joined us for whatever reason.
I'm indifferent.
Phillips joined us because
I'm joking.
Insane.
I know you're
But
joking.
yeah,
Well, I'm not sure if he's insane, Moose. I think he might actually be kind of impressionable.
Can I finish saying what I was saying?
Am I the youngest of the crew? Oh no, Corey is, right? Yeah.
Fucking, embryo over here.
We
Okay,
all know
what have you been playing?
Infinite's
Embryo?
the oldest of the group.
No, you're the oldest.
No.
I played a little Apex Legends this week. That game's still real good.
It really
Still a
is.
thing?
Yeah, it's
Apparently, 75% of its viewers have left the building.
That's correct, sir. They'll be back for the next big patch or content update or big streamer plays it.
I also played about the first hour of Final Fantasy X remastered on Switch.
Nice.
Why? Because I love that game.
Okay.
And I got it for Switch. I'm
How
one of
many
the few
times have you
people who.
bought Final Fantasy X?
This is only the second time I've bought it.
Okay.
So I was going to buy it on PS4, but then I realized I wasn't going to have enough time to sit in front of my TV and play it. And then they're like, it's coming to Switch. I said, okay, there it is. The opening cutscene is fantastic in HD. I hadn't seen it in HD yet. I didn't really look it up or anything beforehand.
Before you keep going, Corey, I'm sorry to interrupt. Adnell is saying goodnight. And I feel like we should say goodnight back.
Good night,
Good
Adam.
night. Good night.
Now, sorry you didn't win, but you won last time, so
That's true.
I'm not so sorry now.
That's
Good night.
true.
Thank you for
I don't
tuning in.
even think he's fucking played Sekiro.
Well, at least he followed directions, and guess what? When you follow directions, you get stuff.
You know what? I got to give him that. He is good at following directions.
He's our
I
one
love how he
friend that follows directions.
He insults us and calls us a bunch
Bunch
of
of
old men.
men.
But he's going to bed.
How the fuck?
That
Yeah,
bitch
if I'm
is
the
going to
oldest, why are
bed.
you going to bed, bitch? What do you? I don't.
Anyway,
Look, you my son, bro. Praise it.
he's not your son,
Seriously,
bro.
like-
I'm your only son, bro. And maybe Phillips and Corey. Just the three. Just the three other guys.
Phillips ain't played Dark Souls. Neither is Corey. I'm not.
I've played Dark Souls 1.
Bloodborne.
You got to give Phillips some credit. He's
There's
played
no
Bloodborne.
son in Bloodborne.
All right. How about this? I have Dark Souls 2 and 3. I've been saving these codes for moves.
I got to move my
and play them.
PC. Let's do it, Phillips.
Phillips,
You know
don't
what?
even play
You're
PS4.
full of shit.
I'm not full of shit. Let's do it.
When?
Okay. When are you gonna break away from your life and take some time?
This has been episode
Let's build your PC.
142 of Nerds Gone Rogue. So
I
far,
like Moose. Therapist told us we're not allowed to fight in front of people. You
I
understand?
played some Tetris this weekend also. I'm very into Tetris. I love Tetris.
Is it regular Tetris or that Tetris 99?
Both. I played a little Puyo Puyo Tetris and I played a little Tetris 99, and I came in third place 3 times this weekend, and I was really pissed off.
So we still don't know anyone who's won.
Do I know anybody who's won?
This was our conspiracy theory that nobody wins.
Oh.
I don't think it was an insult to any of us. It was just nobody wins. But
Yeah.
I think it's really weird that
No, it's an insult because we're not smart enough to realize that nobody wins. So we just keep playing.
The funny thing is, there's a weird thing going around the internet now. Good strategies for Tetris 99: play when Japan goes to sleep.
that's probably
right
really
now.
smart.
Usually, that's a pretty good strategy.
But like, I just think that's funny.
You saying they're better than me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
How many second place finishes do you have?
Like 20 something.
Okay.
And twice it said I won, and then it didn't. Then it said I was in second place.
Okay, see, I've only had that happen once, so you are officially better than me.
I'm very upset about that.
So I'm pretty sure I've had like 20-something second places as well. Anything else you're playing, Corey?
No, that's really it. I'm really just I'm categorizing all 1,108 videos that we've done since 2015 onto our website.
That's a lot of videos.
It is. Who let us do that much?
You did.
Why did the internet make us do this?
The internet made us?
I don't know.
You sound like an episode of South Park when Walmart becomes sentient.
Yep.
And starts talking to Cartman.
So yeah, I mean, I'm just ready to play some games this week. So
You should.
Everything's edited and posted for the week until they record Nerds Gone Platinum tomorrow. So
as co-owner of this weird thing called Nerds Gone Rogue, I order you to play some games this week.
Order me? Yeah. But now I don't want to because you told me I had to.
Think of it as work.
I did download. I did download Ding Dong XL, which I really want to play.
No, don't play some more Odyssey and finish the fucking plat.
What is Ding Dong XL?
It's
I didn't even mention it.
It's a 99-cent one button arcade game where you try to pass this ball across this like gallery of explosions and lights and just ridiculousness. And
there's too many syllables in that sentence. Apologize.
Thank you, Moose. Thank you, Moose Torg. Phillips, did you know about Ding Dong XL?
I did not, but it does not surprise me that Corey found it and is playing and enjoying it at all.
Okay.
I don't care.
All right, we're moving on now.
Yes, let's do it.